Hello everyone, welcome back to David at Go to Hobbies. Starmer told Trump it's a free speech country. So why is the police arresting people for making free speeches? Why are these people that make free speeches being bullied and arrested? Well, all you can see is that it's not true, is it? We've been lied to. We've been deceived. This is what government's like. They say one thing and do another. They're two-faced. They can't be treated with respect. They can't be treated with an understanding, because all they do is go against the word. They tell us a pack of lies and they just make it up as it goes along. None of them have got a clue what they're doing. None of them know what they're doing, because if they did, we wouldn't be in such a bloody mess. And I'm sure that if Trump was in charge of the UK, I think things would be totally different. We wouldn't have all these immigrants coming into the UK. He would have done what he'd done on the Mexican border. End of. His simple answer is, I would have thought, this is what I think, he will basically tow them back to France. But what are we being told? We can't tow them back. We can't send them back to France because of human rights. I'm sorry, but it's a lot of bullshit, isn't it? So they can stay in hotels paid by the British taxpayer. They get taxis paid by the British taxpayer. They get absolutely everything they need. Doctor's appointments, dentists, clothes, food, heating, a place to live. And what do we get? Tax, 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 tax. The bill runs into billions and billions of pounds that the taxpayer pays. And I'll tell you what, this government does not care a flying toss about the British people. If they did, they would turn these people around and say no. But no, they won't. They let them come into the country. They don't know who they are, if they're a criminal, rapist, terrorist, or whatever. They just don't have a clue, because all their identity is chucked overboard, right? And their phones are chucked overboard. So when they come get picked up by RNLI or the Coast Guard or whoever, yeah, they've got no ID. So they can't prove nothing. And you know what? You know what this is, don't you? It's the land of plenty. We give it all to them, but we give to us sod all. Pardon me. If we don't pay the council tax, what happens to us? We get taken to court. A fictitious court. If we stop paying our taxes, we can't, because of your PAYE is taking out your wages. If you're self-employed, yeah, you still got to pay your taxes and national health insurance. But these immigrants, no, they don't have to pay taxes. So what about these people that come in stay in hotels? Who's paying for the hotels? Us. Who's paying for the cleaning in the hotel? Us. Who's paying for the cleaning staff? Us. Who's benefiting from it? The hotel owners. Paid by us. the taxpayer. And you think to yourself, where is it going to stop? Where? What answer do we have? Well, all I can say is we have been screwed over, and will continue to be screwed over until people will turn around and say, we're not putting up with this anymore. We are already on the brink of civil war. It will not take much to kick off. I'll tell you what will happen, and this is how I see it happening. These immigrants that come into this country, right? There's one I know of that, or two of them, that were in trouble with the police for an alleged incident with a 12-year-old girl. That is just one incident. And then we've got the grooming gangs. It just begs belief, and you think to yourself, what is this government doing? What is the police doing? Well, let's talk about the police for a minute. I have virtually seen no police presence on the UK roads. It was a bit of an exception today. I must have seen about half a dozen, but only because they were on the way to an emergency. The only time I see them is when they're on a shout. Right? Other times, nah, you don't see them. So motorways and highways and all the other roads, when do you see active policing? Hardly ever. You might see this TV programs, police interceptors or whatever. Yeah, Yorkshire Police, whatever police force it may be. They're highlighting it. Yeah? But when you don't see any police presence on your travels, what does this tell you? If they can't police the roads, how are they going to police these legal immigrants coming into the country? Who's to say they won't be able to leave the hotel? Because they will do. So there's no police presence on the motorways and highways and stuff like that. And when you make an allegation against Dr. K about harassing someone, and then you get three police cars turn up, and you get 6 police officers, there's never a policeman around. But if you get accused of being harassing someone, which is a load of lies, I don't think you did, and you don't do either. But this is what happens. The police are too heavy-handed. They go in without no thought or consideration about what they do to a family. But if you're an illegal immigrant, you've got human rights. We can't send you back to the country you come from. It is absolutely ludicrous in this country. It is. These people, our government, our civil servants, are off their tiny little brains. They're off the rockers. And you think to yourself, if they got themselves in such a, excuse my language, up shit street, yeah, how the hell are we going to get this all sorted out? I don't know. I don't have the answer. But something needs to be done. Because I tell you why. Because people have had enough. People are going to say, that's it, I've done with it. And they will start taking the law into their own hands, which I hope they don't. Because it won't take much for this country to sink into anarchy. And I mean anarchy. Because if something kicks off, it is going to go across the country like wildfire. And I'll tell you, there'll be riots upon riots upon riots. You've seen nothing yet. Absolute nothing. And once it starts kicking off, the police won't be able to control it. The government will get the army involved. The army won't be able to stop it, because they can't be everywhere. And do you know what? People are smart. People know what this government's done. People know what the police have done, and they know what the army might do. But it's the people behind the scenes, isn't it? It's the men and women in the army. They've got to follow orders. They might not agree with it, and they might question them. But will they court-martial them? I don't know. We've seen the capabilities of what the police have done. Essex police. Right? And you just think that there's a total breakdown in civil society. Law and order in this country is in the melting pot. We are on the brink of civil war. I've said it again, but we really are. And it ain't going to take much to go over the top. And I really hope it doesn't. But the government and the police are pushing us into a corner. As I keep saying, it's a simple answer. You send these frigging immigrants back. You take them back to France. Sod human rights. What about our human rights? What about our children? What about our wives, mums and daughters? These foreigners have not got the same respect, understanding, courtesy and, knowledge. Half of them don't speak bloody English. But what they do want is our freebies. And this is why we are all up to we're all up to our back teeth with this government, because they're a flipping shower of shit and they don't care about us. And this is what's going to send us over the top. I am absolutely livid with this government. I hate every single one of them. They have done nothing for me and my family, and like you, they're just an absolute piss take. Anyway, that's on my chest, and I dare say you could add a comment or two. So don't be afraid. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Take care, everyone.